All right, all my Detroit Piston fans and all my Detroit fans, all my Motor City Sports Talk fans, make sure you guys go check out Piston Mike. We got him over 100 followers, so make sure you check him out. Everything Pistons, man. He gonna hold it down and do his thing, just strictly on the Pistons thing. You know, I got the Lions and Pistons, but man, we always trying to help people get their channel up. Let's get them to 200 next, 300 next, 400 next, 500 next, and let's get them all the way to a rack so you can start making that bag. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you go over to Piston Mike as you see it on the screen. Let's get them to 200, then 300, then 400, then 500, and the whole shebang. Peace. All right, man, we back. Motor City Sports Talk. Word in the street is that the Houston Rockets are being aggressive to trade up to the number one pick with the Detroit Pistons. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Keep sharing the videos. Appreciate the love and support. Reading from SB Nation says report Rockets aggressive in pursuit of Cade Cunningham, the number one pick. What would it take for the Detroit Pistons to trade down to number two? Excuse me. Let's get it started. Oh, my neck hurt. Oh, there we go. There we go. It says when we inch closer to the NBA draft, we will continually hear more about rumors, trades, and less about the likelihood of actually trade being pulled off. But that's a lot of rumor, innuendo, smoke screens and things lost in the translation in the NBA, in the game of telephone between front office agents and players and cursory figures and reports. All that being said, more and more reports indicate the Houston Rockets absolutely love Cade Cunningham and are hoping to either be able to secure him secure a trade with Detroit Pistons for number one, or the Pistons don't have Cade on their draft board and he falls to number one on their draft board. Okay, there are less reports. There is less reporting on Detroit actually intended on doing, and what reports exist are conflict. Some say Troy Weaver, the GM, indicates shortly after winning Larry Cade was the guy. Others indicate that Jalen Green and Evan Mobley and the gap between all three players are pretty small. That latter point would make a trade possible, but there is no report indicating how serious Detroit is looking at the possibility of moving its pick. But let's get back to the original report. Kevin O'Connor, the Ringer, was a guest on Bill Simmons' podcast and had to say about Cade in Houston. I'm hearing same thing as you. The Rockets love Cade, and they would want to try and get him, whether it's trading up or hoping the Detroit Pistons pass him at number one. Echoes those statements and fresh intel shams from the Athletic. The Rockets are aggressive in their pursuit of Detroit number one pick in 2021 NBA draft, and also discuss guard Eric Gordon and trades. And nobody want no fucking Eric Gordon. I take that to mean Gordon is a separate consideration as the Rockets look to make moves and would not be in any way tied to discussion number one pick as far as Eric Gordon. Okay. All right, he said the more time goes on, the more it seems like, the chances Detroit trades the top pick already vanishes small, and our feasible trade partners is Houston at number two. That's because I fully expect Troy Weaver to walk away from the draft with the top player on his board. If it's Cade, the pick will be Cade. If it's Mobley or Green, they will tend to trade with Houston. If it's not simply take Mobley or Green number one. Again, chances are small. The chance that Cade is not number one on their board is also small, though not impossible. It's not the perfect prospect, and there are others extremely talented in this draft, but he definitely seems like a Weaver type of player. Has potential to be a two-way threat with size, strength, and tremendous work ethic and wingspan that makes Weaver's heart flutter. Taking a step back, though, if he would manage to take Mobley or Green high on his board, he would have to think about what a deal might look like. Cade Cunningham does have the potential shortcomings, to put kindly, or red flags if you are being less charitable. Lack of elite athleticism, turnover issues, and poor shooting inside the heart. If he rips through the terabytes or film background reveals good old-fashioned scouting and says Mobley is my guy, that's what the deal would look like. Our friends at the Athletic recently ran through the exercise, Kelly Eichel, that the Rockets beat Ryder reached out to the colleagues to solicit some trade packages for Houston number two pick and Detroit's James L. Edwards the third, that includes Edwards pitched the package the Pistons, Detroit number one for Houston's 23rd, Houston's first round pick in 2023, and the Rockets give the Pistons the first rounder owed as part of the Isaiah Stewart's trade. That would be 3 first round picks to drop one spot. Okay, that's what I would do. Eichel says to say deal for starters, just reiterate that as much as the Rockets like Green, they love Cunningham. There's no question how badly Houston wants Commissioner Mark Tatum to flip their cards. During the lottery show a few weeks ago, drafting Cunningham allowed Silas to keep Wall and Porter in the backcourt and add savvy, sizable wing player from when he get funky with the lineup combination, having all three at the same time, staggering Cade with one Porter and Wall, and even throwing Cade out there alone in some spots, likely flaked by Gordon. Daniel House, this buys you time for Porter to continue to learn the ropes, build chemistry with Cade, and allow the smooth passing torch whenever Houston and Wall go their separate ways. Rockets also still get to keep their 24th pick, which can be used or for an athletic big with upside. The deal itself is a lot. 3 first and return an additional first, but the first pick in the draft should never come cheap. One important thing is consider what Edwards said. This only happens if Houston front office deems Cunningham that much more better than the field. And if the answer is yes, you pull the trigger. If it's no, you sit back and be content with Green and Mobley or Suggs. So, it is what it is. You know, would I do it? In a proposed trade, okay, so we get their number 2 pick for our 1. The 23rd and Houston first round pick in 2023. Yeah, you can keep that 24 pick, whatever pick that is, the other first rounder. I'll do that in a heartbeat. And as far as Houston got going on, it's interesting because Wall, Porter in the backcourt ain't gonna play Cade at the 3. Like I said, Cade is really a 3. Nobody wanna listen when I say that. Cade is a point forward. You know, Cade is a 3. And even if he don't have the facilitation ability, he's a 3 at 6'8". You know, he's going to be a wing. Even though in this positions league, he's going to be a 3. In Houston, it would be Porter, Wall in the backcourt, Cade at the 3, Christian Wood at the 4, and whoever at the 5. That's kind of what they going to be. That's what they're going to be. I like Green a lot. It depends on what Troy Weaver think. I don't like Cade Cunningham and Killian Hayes together. I don't like that combination. If I stay and I move down, I'm picking Green over Mobley. People say all Green can do is dunk. No, he can't. He's a 3. He got potential to be a 3-level scorer. He can finish at the rim. He got a mid-range. He can shoot the 3 well. He can handle it, finish. You plug him in at the 2 right away. The biggest need for the Pistons is a 2 guard. Somebody to get their own shot. That's where Cade come in. He get his own shot. The biggest difference between him and the biggest contrast between them is Green is way more athletic. You know, in the lineup of the Pistons don't have an athletic scorer. They get their own bucket. That Stackhouse, that Adrian Dantley, Vinny Johnson type player. He would provide electric finish at the rim. He would provide a mid-range jump. He would provide 3. That's why people compare him to a poor man's Kobe, because he can score on 3 levels. You know, so Green would be the guy if it's not Cade. Now Mobley, no, it's a guard's game. I don't want to get the number 1 pick and end up with a forward or a potential center if he gets stronger. No, it's a guard's game, so it's gonna have to be Suggs, Green, or Cade. Now, personally, how would I feel about this? I think being number 1, you gotta think about it. Houston probably be number 1 next year, have a chance to be number 1 next year. You're gonna be bad next year, so that's the beauty of it. But this is a tough decision. I take Cade. I probably take Cade at this point in the room. I'm taking Cade at this point. But if I did trade down, if I did trade down, Green would be the guy. Green would be the guy. You plug him at the 2, but Cade is just too good to pass up. Legit 6'8", with his shoes off, can post, can spot up, can shoot, working on his handle. Him and Green, I'm satisfied with either one. If I move down, I end up with a number 1 pick next year. That's beautiful. Either one I'm happy with. Green, to me, Green is a better player. Green is more electric. He legit 6'6". He got 6'5" wingspan. That's not good, but I don't know if that's true. I can't remember. Finish at the rim, can shoot. It don't make me no difference, but it don't make me no difference then. It don't. I mean, both guys are tremendous. I think Green handle the ball better. I think Green finished. I think Green a better fit, but I wouldn't be mad at either one. Green is a better fit to play next to Killian. Aggressive scorer, finisher, 2 inches shorter, true 2 guard, quick, fast. I won't be mad if you trade down and get number 2, 23, and then they first next year, unprotected. I don't think that's an issue. I don't think that's an issue at all. So that's something that I would do expeditiously, quick, and that's just my opinion. I would do it. You know, it depends how we foresee him. I take Cade Cunningham. There's a lot you can do right now, so we'll see what happens. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Don't forget you find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all our social media links description. Twitter's the fast way, Facebook, and Instagram. We're going to advertise your videos on the channel, chop it up, video request, whatever it may be. The link's there. Want to make a financial donation, Cash App, CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link there as well, too. Best way to donate. Share the video. Appreciate the love support. Other than that, man, let me know what you guys think about about the proposed trade from the Rockets. Peace.